It's the adult section.
Right, hey, welcome back to the Alice in Videoland podcast, right here in the vault at Alice in Videoland in Christchurch. My name is Jake, I'm a big film nerd. Next to me is Mr. Peter Tonks, as always, my co-host. Today we have a very special guest. This man is no stranger to the people of Christchurch. We're welcoming Aaron Keown. Welcome!
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Aaron, like I said,
I noticed you guys are film nerds, but not sound nerds, because you've got squeaky chairs.
Yeah,
true.
the chairs are
terrible.
terrible.
The
The chairs are terrible.
We mucked up. But they are film chairs. They're from our film trucks. So
You stole them from
there's a theme going on.
You actually stole them from a film truck.
Yep.
Absolutely, we had tall directors' chairs, but they were just not as comfortable.
And
so
we only
swapped them
had
out, so-
two of them. We lost one somewhere, and so we had to go to the lower ones.
And it's
And
funny
they're
to
squeaky.
make Peter sit in a really low seat than give him one that he can sit in.
You got it. It
Skull.
hasn't happened yet, but we're waiting for him to fall asleep during an interview. So
No,
we'll see.
I wouldn't fall asleep. They're too interesting.
You do look pretty comfortable. I've seen you in a director's chair, so
Oh,
it's
those-
played out
those-
on the job. And
Those
you
high
do.
ones are great.
Yeah,
it's
he does. So
exactly,
that's why we've had to switch.
Okay.
Aaron, like I was saying, man, you're no stranger to the people of Christchurch. You run a very successful and awesome cabaret dinner theatre show called Murder Mystery Dinner Theatre. Which
Longest running comedy show in New Zealand.
Really?
There you go.
Amazing.
Wow,
amazing.
right.
Started in 2010.
That is incredible.
To do one midwinter season, and we're still there.
No
Actually
way.
touring it now in theatres. We're just
Brilliant.
this weekend we're in Ashburton. Next weekend we're in the West
My
Coast.
hometown,
and done,
Ashburton.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
Ash Vegas. Yeah,
Wicked.
done Dunedin and Invercargill. It's going off.
2010. How many shows do you reckon you've done in total, if you had to guess?
Okay, so 750.
Woo.
probably.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been lucky enough to go along a couple of times on work functions.
Yeah,
It's
sorry about
awesome.
that.
It's awesome. Dude, you guys pull it. It's such a good show. The show is awesome. The food is incredible. Have you ever done?
I haven't. I've never, because I've been living in
He's
Wellington.
real snobby, eh? So our food's quite normal. The venue's in Fairmead. He's like, oh, I've been to Moulin Rouge and I've been to all these places overseas. I'm so much better than these guys.
Yeah, come on my podcast.
A friend of mine used to do them once. Is it the sort of thing that used to happen years ago in Gloucester Street? What was it called? With a lot. Oh,
Yeah.
Harold Moog used to do the
Yeah.
sets, and I used to help him. So
Yeah.
but then I moved to Wellington for like 20 years, so I didn't really lost track. But so you continued that theme on. They were great. Yeah.
It's a great
Totally
thing,
good.
and it's a really cool venue as well. I think Ferrymead's been pretty good to you guys over there. I think you guys have been pretty good to Ferrymead.
Yeah,
so,
no, it's a really good synergy. Sorry, my brain got distracted then, Peter, when you said about moving away, because I remember you from the early days in Christchurch, and I don't know if you know this about Pete, but he came to me with this idea once with Psycho. Do you remember Psycho?
Psycho Sports, yes.
Yeah, and it was this concept of getting this group of guys together to do these really dumb-ass stunts and like ride through things on fire and jump off things and
talked about that.
yeah,
I told you
it was
about
this great, and I'm like, no, that's just not going to work. That makes no sense. It's so stupid. Of course, it was a precursor to Jackass.
It was.
Yeah.
And it was before. It was like 5 years before
I know.
Jackass.
I couldn't believe it, and it wasn't my idea. I can't take credit for it.
Oh, was it not
It was
yours?
Psycho's idea.
Oh,
Kim's
was it?
idea.
Yeah.
But we did some, and we played them on Cry TV.
Yeah.
And I talked to you about it, did I?
Yeah, you did. And we worked on a little bit because he had that flat.
Yes.
And we played cricket inside the
Yes.
flat.
That Kim all the way.
Yeah, it was brilliant. You go into some dude's place, he's living in this apartment, and and it was like, not like just, we toss us, you full noise through this flat. It was gold.
Which flat was that one? Was that High Street or was that
no, that tower block.
Litchfield?
No,
at
I
the
think it
old
was squatting.
you're at the old mill.
The old mill.
Brilliant.
Upstairs there.
Yeah.
It's just
that is
unreal, eh? There's
brilliant.
windows missing and all sorts. And this was pre-quake.
Yeah,
It
yes.
didn't change.
Well, that whole floor got
Dropped
it
through.
fell down. Yeah.
Those were the days. And then there's the famous story of you went to Auckland and worked on Xena.
Yes,
Did we
and I got
say
fired.
that? Yes, you got fired.
Fired after 6 weeks. I told them
And
this
you got
story.
really good money. It was like, it was back in the day when,
To put salt in the wound.
yeah, I think I was an apprentice at the time and I was on like, at best, like $250 a week. He's on like $1,000 a day or something.
No, a week it was.
A week, sorry. But it sounds better for the story. He was costume. And you left Hercules' costume behind.
I know. I
they're
did.
They're on location.
Oh, was that?
No. Actually, what happened was I had it on. There was a ute.
Oh.
It wasn't one of our utes, but I'd pinned the suit on the ute.
Yeah.
And the fucking ute drove off when I wasn't looking.
I've told so many people that you're getting fired from there, eh? It's gold.
It is pretty funny. I did one of these as well, and I brought it up in that, didn't I?
Yeah,
I did say that. But you told it better than I did, to be honest.
mentioned it, but yeah, there was definitely some more details.
Yeah,
there.
I've probably added detail over the years too.
It's all good. It deserves
But it was
it.
a
That
good,
is gold.
it was a good life lesson, and I deserved to be fired. I had a bad attitude. But it was a good lesson. It was one of those.
That's hilarious. And I just want to quickly mention another absolute Christchurch gem, man. Jurassic Adventure Mini Golf.
Oh, yeah.
Look, that place is awesome, super popular. Where did the inspiration from that come from?
Well, a mate of mine, Pete, and I built it during COVID.
Amazing.
So, So I'd invested in some property in Australia that went tits up, and so I felt really bad. So I needed to kind of do something that was going to work.
Yeah.
And so we decided I was going to do a mini golf course, and then was drinking one night and had probably had one too many and got online because I was going to do an insect thing. So I knew the longest worm in the world comes from New Zealand. So you can get this 2-meter worm, and I thought we'd have a tank with a worm in it, and people would see it in the reception, and I'd get these fake insects made of the biggest insects that have ever lived.
Cool.
I thought that'd be a cool park.
Yeah.
And then because we got wetters and stuff here, which are very special. It's the only thing that can be frozen and can reanimate, come back to life. So there's some special stuff in this country. And then I thought, this is going to go off. And then I thought, but playing the golf, you want to walk through a rib cage. You want a giant rib cage.
Yeah.
So I looked online, rib cages, as you do.
Yeah.
And so you're in the internet, you're in China now, and you're looking at giant rib cages, and you could buy, then it's like you scroll down a bit more, and they're selling in dinosaur and entire skeletons. I'm thinking, I'm going to get a T-Rex skeleton. People love this. Scroll down further, same page, and they've got animatronic dinosaurs, and they move and they make noise, and they're exact replicas. And I'm like, bye, that's it. I'm in. It's a dinosaur park, and that was it. Yeah, we just
all in one evening.
Pretty much.
Far out.
Pretty much.
You're a goer.
Yeah. My wife wasn't happy at the time. They always get a surprise in the morning, don't they? Yeah, I work with filmmaker at council, and he does that. He's a shocker. I shouldn't even say that because he's the mayor, but he gets online in the middle of the night and buys shit.
Yeah.
Really?
He says don't do it. Yeah.
Bless.
He does. He bought a beach cleaner.
Oh, well,
he bought a machine. It's
PR.
like a tractor that, he just bought it because it looked cool. And he got it from Canada, brought it in, and he took it out the beach. And, you drive up and down. We don't have the needle problems here because it's too cold in Brighton. Yeah. And it's all the junkies will be in town in a warm house or something. But I mean, Brighton, it's not Venice Beach. But, this bloody beach cleaner he bought in the middle of the night.
I love it.
It's not the worst thing he's bought. I won't say that the worst is.
Oh, that's awesome! No, also, and props to you for taking that risk, because it's obviously paid off, man. The place is so popular. Kids love it, adults love it. I think it's an awesome.
And
spot.
that would have been attractions,
that would have been a big investment too, wouldn't it?
It was quite a lot. You always, when you budget things, it's like building a house, and you get out of hand. Whatever the builder says, or whatever you think you're going to spend, you should always double it.
Yeah.
In reality, so it was pretty tight by the end.
Yeah, and we can see that. I think your publicity and whatever stuff you're doing for it's obviously good, because I've definitely seen stuff that you guys are adding to it and building on it, and every time I drive past the place, it's
got a maze now and laser tag, and we've got dig sites where you can dig up a
skeleton.
The biggest ones outside of Florida. So
that's so cool.
Yeah, they were restaurant decorations they were selling that you put on a wall, and I'm like, put that on the ground and cover it in sand. The kids will want to dig this thing up.
It's genius. It's all genius. I know.
They weren't sold for that purpose, but we got them and bought 2 different ones, so you can go through a couple of times. Then last week we did Dinosaurs After Dark, so you have people come through and they've got to go through the maze.
Brilliant.
With torches, kids, and do a scavenger hunt, and then they play mini golf with light up golf balls, and Chester, who you guys know, we
had Chester do one of these.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he was great.
Got loose. Got loose. Yeah, it's got some good stories on Chester. Do you guys know Jimmy the Dwarf?
I've seen him in your
So you know Jimmy. Well,
this guy knows him.
I remember when we got hold of Chester to do the thing, and Jimmy goes, "Oh, Chester, yeah, he wanted me to do a busking act with him. And I'm like, oh, what was that? And he goes, he was going to draw like a bullseye on his back for busking, and I was going to throw darts in it. I'm like, wouldn't that hurt? And I thought there's got, like magicians that have tricks that these things don't. No. Chest is just darts straight in the back. I'm like, jeepers. That's hardcore.
I once asked him if there was any secret to his tricks on Back of the Y, and he told me the secret is you take the Nurofen before you do the stunt, and then you get a head start on the painkillers. So maybe that was...
That's 100% Chester, eh?
Don't tell Jimmy, but maybe that was the trick.
Yeah, no, Jimmy uses alcohol. Yeah. Nurofen.
We would... is Jimmy a film buff? He likes his films? We'd love to get him in at some point.
He wanted to get Jimmy in,
We'd love to get Jimmy in. Yeah, absolutely.
We lives in Dunedin nowadays. So yeah,
if he's in town,
he's back and doing stand-up again as well.
Oh,
awesome.
There's a bit of a stand-up scene going on in Dunedin now.
Yeah,
and it's taken off here too at the comedy club.
Good Times Comedy Club.
Good Times,
yeah. Oh, no, that's awesome. Very cool. Hey, look, let's get into your top 10, man.
Movies, because we're at Alice's. We're in a movie vault and meant to be talking movies.
No, we want both.
Smack talk about town. Right. What? Shall we start with what used to be the greatest comedy of all time?
Yes.
It's been taken over by something else in this list. But The Castle, this one's going straight to the pure room. Isn't it?
This film is legendary, man. I absolutely love this film. I cannot remember a time when I didn't love this film. I watched it as a kid. I've seen it so many goddamn times. It's so quotable, and I think it's...
And it's in our top 500.
It is a perfect film, it really is. And it should be in the top 500. Pete, tell us about The Castle. What are your thoughts?
Oh, same as you guys. Yeah, I love it. You tell us about it.
Well, it was... When it came out, I remember, I don't even know where it played, but there was this weird campaign on the streets. They had posters. So they had the characters like they were stars, and of course they weren't. And they just had these things, and it made no sense. Right. And then when you saw The Castle, I was blown away. It was, I know it was shot. It was a one camera. Everything was shot with one camera,
right?
And it's shot in 4 weeks,
right?
So
that's pretty flippin'
absolute gold.
Yeah.
Considering as Kiwis, there's probably more lines from that film that we quote in our vernacular than any other film. Like I'm going to Bonnie Doon. Brilliant. Yeah, we've got a friend called Bonnie who got changed to Bonnie Doon because of the film, as you do. And that, what movie did you watch? Oh, and then after that, when they're talking about the flight, all that kind of thing. Marbo, it's the vibe.
Twister.
Yeah. And then there's Dennis Denudo.
Yeah.
Tray 3. I changed Tray 3. Yeah. He's kicking the thing. It's just, everyone knows that scene because everyone's had that in their own life with a photocopier, and so this just unreal.
Yeah, that's great.
The comedy stuff,
good.
and I actually live near the airport. So
you can relate to
it. Herwood. So I'm the councillor.
I'm in Bishopdale. Oh, of course. Yeah.
And so I love being near the airport.
I do too.
That's the best bit of COVID was no airplanes.
It's handy if you ever need to take a flight anywhere, though, isn't it?
It is. It is. Yeah. And also, it's handy if you know people coming into town on the airplane.
Easy to grab them.
Yeah, easy to
give you a call. You can.
Everyone will pick you up. Say, hey, we're going to Auckland for a week. Can we leave our car at your house? Okay.
Yeah,
actually.
You get that too?
Yeah, I get that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I always lose it whenever they get home from the honeymoon and they've just got the luggage trolley all the way to the house.
Brilliant.
Oh, good, man.
Yeah, that's gold.
The film...
I did try and buy next to the runway in Christchurch. Yeah, but they'd locked all that shit out by then, so... I got as close as I could on
Majors have got a really good yard right by the runway.
Yes, that was nearly where we put the mini golf.
Yeah, no shit.
Really?
Yeah, right there. And we were going to cut a hole in the hedge. So as you played around one of the holes, you'd look out through you'd be able to climb into the hedge and look at the runway. It was like, what better place? That's a great spot.
Brilliant. I do think where you guys are, Apawa is an awesome spot.
Does work
a very good spot. It's a great spot there. But that's fantastic. Look, The Castle. I could talk about this film all day. There's the same crew made The Dish, which is another very well-known Aussie movie. The story I heard was that they went to, they tried to get funding for The Dish. The Dish was their baby. They've been working on the script for a long time. They've been specialising in short films and other films. Up until that point, they wanted to take on a feature. The production company said, well, look, we love The Dish. You need quite a bit of money for it. Is there something we can do as a bit of a stepping stone? And they pretty much went away, came back with a draft script and said, look, here's another idea we can do. And like you said, they shot it. I heard somewhere in sort of that 12 to 20 day shoot day mark. Incredibly quick, fast, done, and they pretty much delivered it but ahead of schedule, and the film just blew up and went nuts. Bigger than the dish.
Bigger than the dish.
Oh, way
yeah,
better than the dish.
Yeah.
Dish is good, but I mean, this is
it's just
unreal. So many aspects of it.
And the pop culture references as well. Recently watched that Aussie film Memoir of a Snail, and it's an animated film. I don't know if you've seen Memoir of a Snail. My niece talked me into watching it. It's brilliant. So it's a stop motion animation film out of Australia, and right at the start there's an establishing shot of a street, and I saw this neon flashing sign, and it said Dennis Denudo Lawyers. And I was like, yes, brilliant. So there you go. That
Hey, what are we having for tea? Resells. Brilliant.
It's what you've done with them.
Look,
we're going to get stuck.
We could just stay on the castle.
Right, let's move on.
It's a good start, though. It's a great start, Aaron.
Start.
Thank you. What have you got for us next, buddy?
Next up, let's go to my childhood. So, the first time I started going to movies over and over again was E.T.
Yeah.
So E.T. came out, I was pretty little. I would have been about the same age as Elliot in the movie. Yeah. So it was real special to me. And this came out, BMXs were cool. I didn't have one, but I had a Rally 20. Nice. And so I bought the basket that they had in the thing. And I had a friend of mine, so I had the basket on front of my Rally 20, and my mate Nathan had a BMX. So we merged the two, took the basket off my Rally 20, left the Rally 20 at home, put on the BMX. He was real small. He sat in the basket. How cool were we biking to Limit Intermediate? No one messed with us. No way.
Oh, that is awesome. Do you remember what cinema you first saw this at?
It was in the Square, and I'm going to say it was playing at, I reckon it was the Savoy 1 or 2. It was amazing. I reckon it's the Savoy.
Cool. Nice.
Pretty sure it was there. And it came out this summer, and I remember I hadn't seen it. My neighbour, Steve Crawford, over the road, he had seen it first. And he was telling me about it, and it just made no sense. And I was it's called E.T. and Entertainment This Week, which weirdly got called E.T. later on, was, remember that we used to be on Saturday nights?
Yeah, we used to watch it all the time,
and they
didn't
used to come on, and they talked about this E.T. thing. And it just, and none of the trailers had the extraterrestrial in it.
Oh, really?
No.
I forgot
so you had to go to the movies to actually see the frickin' alien. And so, and then when I went to see it, that was life-changing. So I actually saw that 7 times as a child.
Awesome.
I counted up.
Brilliant.
Yeah, including my next door neighbour, Uncle Ollie, took me when Whitcoulls, which were the printers in town. So they had a big print factory where South City is. And their staff, they had a social club. And so they'd take all the families out, and they did a movie day one day to that. So that was one of my 7.
So
it was a
cool.
freebie.
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah, nothing beats a freebie with a free popsicle chucked in.
It's such a special movie. My dad put me onto it. And same, very, very similar experience for him. In fact, going to the cinema, seeing it as a kid, similar age as Elliot, just pretty much life changing for him. And just opened up.
And have you met an alien as well? Or?
Have I met an alien? We've all got an alien story, Pete.
That's why I asked.
Comes down to how much of that we want to share and keep credibility. I remember my daytime job is at council. So.
Okay, we'll move on.
No, great pick. You would have seen E.T. at the cinema,
of course, totally. I love it. I'm still a big fan in those days.
Yeah. Well, that was what sold me on Spielberg. I just realised at that point that he was the greatest filmmaker that would ever be.
He was the money man. He was the big. Remember on Splitting Image, he was the puppet running around with pockets full of money.
And the film stands up. I watched it about a year ago, and it's still just as magical and awesome.
Well, how iconic's that shot? Going over the moon. And he still uses that on Amblin. Yeah. It's still the company logo.
I do. When I watch that in the film, I still get the chills. It's such a good scene. It's so cool. Yeah.
It's cool.
So
Close Encounters is pretty good too. Similar vibe.
Yeah, it is a similar vibe. But I don't know, it was something about just E.T. It started the BMX craze as well.
Totally.
It kicked off so many things.
Okay, I didn't realise that.
BMXs went nuts after that. Everyone had to have one, and then you needed to be in a chase with some government agents. few and far between. But,
does happen. It
where
does happen.
you could talk about it and then just gun it on your
Attend.
BMXs. Yeah. So, that was...
Oh, I love it.
That's
That was
two
gold.
fantastic films in the can, man. What
Okay, well, let's get a
Your
little bit
imagination
musical.
obviously went wild, which was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
a little bit musical.
Yeah, we're going musical next.
All right.
Anyone want to guess what kind of musical it'll be?
Oh, it's not Men Shouldn't Sing, is it?
No.
No.
No, you'd be right. It's not.
I saw it, so I can't. Commitments. Here we are.
Commitments. This was a genius film when it came out. I remember going to see this with some friends of mine that we were starting a band together.
Yes, I was going to mention about your band, but it comes up now. Perfect.
Yeah, and so we were putting together a band at the time, and a friend of mine, Justin, was lead singer in a May, and it was his band we were putting together, and it was great. We were kind of doing, I don't know, a semi-punk thing.
Yeah.
And Commitments come out, so we went along to see it because it was like the forming of a band, and they had Irish accents. They could swear heaps, and it sounded normal, wasn't offensive. So because the Irish can do that because it's fake.
Yeah.
And just the whole storyline. It doesn't have a happy ending, which is kind of cool.
Oh, they all split up, don't they, or something?
Yeah. It all goes tits up, but it has this great idea concept at the start of putting together a soul band.
Yes.
And we're black and we're proud. Remember that?
Which one? Black and the...
I'm black and I'm proud.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
Of course they weren't. They're all white. Yeah. So that was a
fun film. It's a good film. And Alan Parker was a great director. You seen any of his other stuff?
Didn't he do Mississippi Burning?
Mississippi Burning, yeah, great. But Birdie's one of my favourites of his. You seen Birdie?
Right. Oh, right. Yeah. No, I haven't.
But it's a great film.
But yes,
this is more
I
fun.
know Birdie, but that looked too artsy for me.
That is a bit artsy.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage though, and
Yes.
Matthew Modine, early film.
But you can probably tell I'm quite commercial.
You are, and your humour comes out in your film choice.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's good. This one's a bit more serious, even though it does have some funny bits
lots
in
of
it.
humour in it. No,
And Andrew Strong, I think, was like 19 at the time when he played that, and he looked really old. He was rough, but a great singer. Have you ever seen it?
No, I haven't seen the
Come on, your
Commitments.
face.
You'll love this film.
You'll
seriously
I'm
love
keen
this
as
film.
though. I'm very yeah.
Oh, wow.
No,
Okay.
it's a goodie.
We'll ditch it then.
Yes.
If you haven't seen it, but it's always good.
This one Jake has seen. I can assure you of that.
Have you seen this next one, Jake?
Familiar with it. Familiar with it. I shouldn't sneak peek, but
yeah. So I was at I think I must have been in high school or something when this came out, but this blew my mind.
It blew my mind.
Blew my mind, and also made me want to play guitar, which I never really did. I did a bit of bass, but when he played guitar and stuff in this, and that version of Johnny Be Good, it just like rock and roll was old school. Rock and roll was cool. It just everything about this was cool.
Yep.
Right down to the shopping malls, the clothes, just you name it.
Yeah.
Just and a DeLorean. Phil owns a DeLorean.
This guy owns a DeLorean too.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yes.
Bet you haven't got a house then.
He has, believe it or not.
You bastard.
To be fair though, I sold a house to buy the DeLorean.
Yours wasn't fixed down at Rose's Auto Electrical down Cranford Street.
No.
So there's one parked in there for like several months.
Yeah.
Being repaired. Because...
I do know the guy who owns it though. He runs a tiling company. Really nice fella.
Nice.
Yeah.
So is yours silver as well?
Yeah, stainless steel, and I've got a. I'll show you some photos once we're done here, but I've got sort
Nice.
of a museum kind of set up at home with original posters and lots of collectible bits and
We
pieces.
did a little promo for Alice the other day with him pretending to be Marty coming in from.
Yeah, Shay did a calendar shoot here actually. We've got him. We've got him dressed up as Marty as well with his Rothmans and his Rhine neck and.
Yeah, I don't remember Marty smoking and drinking, but
but Keith Preen.
yeah. But if Marty McFly had grown up in Littleton,
He would have.
he would have been all smoking, all drinking, all brawling.
R&R all the time.
I take it you saw this at the cinema?
I did see it at the cinema, and then once again it was a multiple view. For me, you just had to see it just over and over again. And my first taste of it was, I think it was after school. I'd got home and they used to have the after school shows. Can't remember what they were called. Can't have been good enough. But they played the Huey Lewis song.
Oh, yeah,
So they did an intro and then played a segment of the film, and I'm like, oh my God, what's this? This looks so cool. And you got Huey Lewis singing the theme song.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't know, something about that 50s look. As kids, we had Happy Days and shit on TV.
We did.
So it really influenced us.
Yeah.
Because back then there was bugger all TV channels, and so things like Happy Days and the Monkees was really cool.
Yep, I remember watching Monkees.
But those shows, and Brady Bunch.
Yep, I saw that as well. How old are you? I thought you'd be younger than me. You must be.
I'm much younger than you, but what I do is
I did not ask.
I try and act mature around certain groups. So it just helps.
Now this is the third time I've told this story, but since you said my best film experience,
it is a good story.
You'll like this, I think, because I worked on Frighteners. I was only the security guard.
Yeah.
But my best film experience ever is at Peter Jackson's 44th birthday. We had that in the gym down at the Erskine College there. He got up and played 3 songs on stage with the band, and one of them was
Marty McFly did.
Yeah, and one of them was Johnny Be Good. Because he was in the Frighteners.
Yeah. I went over and had a look. I didn't do anything on Frighteners. A mate of mine was in extra and stuff, so I went over the day and got photos of them filming and stuff.
But no,
by the volcano.
Michael got up and jammed it, and he was fucking just like he was in the movie, man. It was amazing. Felt like.
So actually played.
He played, yeah.
Amazing.
And he did 2 other songs, but that was what that's.
It's incredible.
That's like the best experience I've had working in the film industry. It was cool.
Yeah, he was genius though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
There was just something about him that was like that was the pinnacle of cool.
It was.
That, and it's not in my list, but Eddie Murphy was the pinnacle of cool as well. You know, when he did, it's not in my list, but Beverly Hills Cop was super influential back then. And I remember winning a top from a video store that was down Colombo Street, and they had a draw thing, and I won the grey. Remember, it had the grey top.
Yeah.
But this had Beverly Hills Cop written on it. He didn't in the thing, but it was the same top that Eddie Murphy wore.
That's awesome.
Axel Foley wore in the thing, and I just wore it around everywhere with my puny wee white arms and stuff, and I was just as black as that summer. I had it.
Oh, that's so cool. The sequels. Where do the sequels sit?
Oh, yeah.
There are sequels? How dare you say it?
We'll move on. You're one of those people.
And speaking of looks, I used to I was into Miami Vice because when I was I just left school. I left school at 15 and went hairdressing, so you had to dress up, and so of course you're going to look like Don Johnson. I couldn't shave it then. I had no facial hair and that, but I had my hair longer, and I kind of grew it a little bit like Don Johnson had it streaked and that. And of course, one of my best mate at the time was a Samoan guy.
Oh, nice.
And he was deaf, so he didn't really know what was going on. But he was would dress up as Tups and Crockett. We had the matching suits. We did a big firewood job for my dad. He paid me and James in clothes, and so we had the suits, and we're walking down, had the walk and everything. We're walking down the street, and the pinnacle of that summer was we were going down High Street, just up here.
Yeah.
And actually, just over here it is, isn't it? And we're going down High Street. You know where the murder was? You know the upholstery murder?
Oh.
On High Street?
Yeah, I think I do. Actually, yeah, I think I do.
Yeah, and we're going just past there, and we're walking along, and someone yells out the bus window, "Hey, Don Johnson!" And I just walk along, and I just gold. I loved it. Yeah. James Garlick lives in Brisbane now.
That would have been the best thing.
And he was super stacked Samoan guy, so I could get lippy to anyone that summer. It was great.
Oh, I don't think I've ever been paid in clothes for a job. I was like,
everyone's been paid in clothes.
I'm getting. Yeah. Have you? You probably have.
Oh, I probably have. Yeah.
You got fired over clothes.
True.
I was like telling the story, thought in my head, and I was like, "Oh, they did a job, they got paid, they went and bought cool suits."
Yeah.
Because we got paid in clothes. Yeah, brilliant.
It was a firewood job too.
so fucking random.
We just had to look like those guys. It was just like
Don Johnson.
Yeah, it was the highlight of my entire summer, eh? I had no dates that summer, but that walking down the street being called Don Johnson off a bus, someone yelling out the window of the bus, and you had to peel that top window open.
It was a lot of effort.
There's a lot of effort went into that. So,
they had to say it. It made their day just as much as yours. Yes.
Yeah.
I could talk about Back to the Future all day long, but we should move on. No, I keep looking at it, thinking more stories, but no, we should.
Throw one more in. You go.
No, I can't.
You
It
can't?
was just the same thing as well. It was so. Like when I think about pop culture and how much of an impression it's had on my life, like Lord of the Rings is right up there, anything Peter Jackson, but Back to the Future, man, same as the Castle, I can't remember a time, I do remember watching that for the first time, but I was so young, it was on TV, and the impression it left me with, like you said, you watched that commercial, the Huey Lewis video, and you were like, oh my God, what is this? My dad put on Back to the Future, and it just started, it was on telly, and I just sat there for an hour and a half. And usually when my dad recommended films, they could be hit and miss. I was just a young kid. From the get-go, man, I was just hooked. Like Back to the Future, it just pulled me in, and then the words at the end come up, to be continued.
To be continued. That
I
was
was
the
just
best
like,
part.
when's the next one on? And I said to
years
Dad,
away, eh? And then
like, is
just
there
fucking
another
years,
one?
it
What's
was
happening? And my dad was just like, it's not a thing. This is just
they're
So,
just teasing.
oh, dude. Yeah.
And of course, roads. Don't need roads where we're going.
So good. Everything. And same with the Castle. It's just so quotable.
Turns out, this many years later, we still need roads.
Still need
Still
roads,
need
exactly.
roads. 2015. Bullshit.
Jeepers, yeah, so
Well, no,
rubbish.
it's getting closer. You've seen those little...
Speed humps. You end up airborne. What? Is that what you mean? They're everywhere.
That's good. That's
People
good.
are often
no,
airborne.
but you've seen those little those little flying cars. They are great. The little the little drone things.
Was the guy from Christchurch had the Martin pack? Remember the Martin?
What is that?
Oh, what's that? Yeah.
What?
Oh no.
Do you not remember the Martin jetpack?
No, I do remember. There was one I didn't know it was a
He's
guy in
from
Christchurch.
Christchurch,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that went
there we
global
go.
for a while.
Yeah,
and
sweet.
not sure what happened, but we'll move on. Okay, next one. Bit of a revenge film.
Giddy up.
Spielberg again.
Eunuch, yes.
Yeah,
Good film.
yeah, great film.
I haven't seen
You haven't seen that one?
Have you not seen it?
Nah, but I love Eric Bana. I love Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, he's not Chopper in this. Hang on, there's an Eric Bana theme going on here because Eric Bana's of course in the castle.
I was gonna say there is a little
Oh,
bit,
is he in the
actually.
castle?
Yeah, he's the boyfriend.
Kickboxer.
Yeah. The really bad kickboxer and the doing the kicks and they're about 2 foot high and he's putting it into the bag like he's really good. Oh, Sophie Lee's boyfriend.
It's so good.
Yeah, because he's a comedian and a lot of people in New Zealand and stuff saw him for the first time as Chopper and they're like, this guy's such a good serious actor, but of course he'd been on Fast Forward or whatever that show was, or Comedy Company or something in Australia.
Yeah.
For years. He was a very famous comedian.
Oh, okay.
So
I
he's
didn't know
got
that.
chops, eh?
He does have chops, man.
Serious
he's-
chops.
Yeah.
Pulled a lot. But Munich is it's the obviously the Munich
hijacking
games,
of the
of the games, and of course it's the first time the Olympics are back in Germany after World War II, and so must be the Palestinians.
Oh, this is something to do with yeah.
Yeah, I think
I don't know the
And
full story.
They do a hit on the Israeli Olympic team, and then of course they have to. And I think there's 7 Israelis killed. So what the Israeli government did. So Golda Meir's what are they? Not president? Are they prime minister of Israel?
Yeah,
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
She's in charge, and she authorises them to go after and take out 7 of the organisers that made it happen. But then, of course, there's the conflict going on with all the people involved, and told in a way that only Spielberg can tell it, and a little bit poignant with what's happening in the Middle East at the moment.
Just what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I'm going to take that home and watch it again because I've seen it. But yeah, you're right. Everything that's happening there, it's like
Oh, it just keeps kind of coming round and going round and coming round. And there's even bits in it where you're hearing from the Palestinian side as well, to why they, and of course it starts out you don't like what they've done, but they kind of are explaining why they've done what they've done a little bit as well. And remember that Spielberg's Jewish. And so it's, if anyone can tell it, he told it well, because really at the end of the day, there are no heroes in this, which in situations like that, there are no heroes.
yes, true.
So yeah, it's just really good storytelling. And so yeah, I think it's actually better than Schindler's List.
Shit, there we go.
Awesome.
I'm taking it home.
Nice.
Yeah,
Rewatching it.
This one, for the life of me, I could not understand the title. It made no sense. You know, when a movie comes out and you go, that's the dumbest name ever. So Good Will Hunting came out, and I was well. It was a slow burn. Which reminds me now that one of the greatest films of all time I haven't got on my list, which is Shawshank Redemption, which of course was a slow burn, and that is just phenomenally good film. And for anyone that hasn't seen it, they must see it. It's a great one. Probably should have swapped one of the others, but Good Will Hunting I saw, and I was just shocked at how good it was. And of course, it's the film that made Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. They wrote it because they couldn't get work. So they created it, and then of course they got Robin Williams involved, the legend himself, and there's those scenes where he's talking with Will, and apparently there's a lot of ad lib they did, and some of the greater. I have this theory that in any comedy film, the best scenes that will ever be shot will be ad-libbed.
Ones,
and you hear that, and you kind of then go into, when you're looking into, well, you go, shit, that made me laugh, and then of course you find out that they were riffing at that time, and I think all good comedians do that, and so you start with the script, but that's just to get you on set for the day, and then take it from there. And these guys did, and there's that scene where, and he starts talking about his wife farting in his sleep. Doesn't know, and he made it up on the spot. And of course, Matt Damon's losing it, but that's of course what you would do. The therapist is talking about his wife farting in his sleep and wakes herself up, and then he has to make out that nothing happened the whole time. And it's and that was part of his genius, that he could do that. But the story of a kind of a kid from the wrong side of the tracks that's a bit of a down and out loser, going on, that's super smart, and like super smart, and there's no real redemption. All he does is leave town. Sorry to give away the ending of the film. And there should have been a sequel, because where did he go?
Maybe
him and the girlfriend got in the car and went to the other side of the country, and his mate said that they would basically kneecap him if he didn't. They wanted him, from South Boston and stuff. And anyway, my first ever trip to the States in '99, I was going over with our band, and we went via Sydney, and there used to be a script store in Sydney. It was called something Scripts, and it was in town there somewhere near the comic shop, and you could buy TV and film scripts. I bought a Seinfeld script.
A script store.
It sold.
So would they be just like reprinted scripts, or were they?
Or just come off set, because
there's always heaps on set.
There was always heaps, and so someone was obviously just grabbing cartons and selling them off to these guys. And I bought one feature film. I bought Good Will Hunting, so I was doing a bit of writing at the time. I thought, well, I better learn. So I bought Good Will Hunting, and I bought a Seinfeld episode called I think it was called The Competition or something.
Competition's a legendary episode.
Oh, that's the one. So you know it.
The Competition's
we know the Competition
master of my domain.
So I was like reading these and trying to learn the pacing of what the actors will be doing, seeing what the writers are doing. It was a great way to learn. You didn't have the internet then to like learn shit off. This is 99.
Brilliant.
You actually had to either go to school or ask questions and buy a script and
you're self-motivated, like you're out, everything you took, all your stories, you're out doing something,
well, that's kind of just
not many people are like that. That's impressive, I reckon.
Well, it's a little, I suppose it's a little odd, but it's normally the wrong way to do things. But
no, it's the right way to do things.
You take risks and you give shit a go, and you're not afraid to try. And
you often get criticised for it, but criticism is part of the game, isn't it?
That is part of the game, mate.
I've heard people criticise Spielberg, so if he can get it, we can all get it.
You're not going to get criticised by doing nothing, though, are you? I mean,
Yeah, good point. That's a good line. There's a T-shirt in that. So this was that for me was, as far as a drama goes, possibly the best storytelling I'd ever seen. At that point, there's been other really good ones since then, I suppose, but I don't know. It's in everyone's must-see list.
Yeah, and it is one of those ones you watch, and because when I watched it, it was quite hyped, and I mean, I only saw it maybe in the last sort of 10 years, and watched it and was blown away. Like I already knew that there was a bit of hype going into it, and I came out of it just loving it. Great film, so good.
Just were you surprised?
Yeah, I was, because a lot of the time I go into those films and they're quite hyped. And,
favourite scene? What do you think of that fight scene? Where they slow it down to the music?
I spent so long since I
Yeah, on
watched
a
it, I can't
basketball
remember.
court.
I remember it was a great film.
Get out the car. They see the guys, and then they go and give them a hiding. That's when he gets arrested, and it's quite pivotal. I thought the way they did that fight scene in the slow mo, I thought that was real genius.
I need to watch it again.
And then there's the one in the bar where the guys trying to
Gus
preppy guys trying to show off, like quoting all the stuff on economics.
Yes,
and then he
yeah,
goes,
that's right.
so and then next year you'll be in here. So he's going through all the books he's going to do over the next few years. And it's just phenomenal.
That's brilliant. Yeah. I remember there being a few particular scenes where Matt Damon's just purely schooling people.
Just unreal.
It's so good. I've been watching a bit of Damon lately. Actually, just rewatched Elysium. I'm getting hyped for the Odyssey.
Right.
And he's obviously
he's got serious chops, eh?
Dude,
and he's just been over to America to see. You didn't see Dogma, didn't you?
I saw Dogma. Yeah, actually, yeah. So another good. Yeah.
Did you like Dogma?
Love Dogma. Yeah, man.
But he went to see it with Kevin Smith. Kevin talked, right?
Yeah, he did.
Matt didn't show, did he?
Nah, he didn't. But he did. Kevin Smith did like a Q&A at the film. It's 25th anniversary. He finally got the film back from Miramax after Weinstein's gone to prison, and so he's like re-released the film to sort of pay for buying it back and stuff.
So
and
just between you and me, did Harvey ever try and hit on Keith?
No.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
Okay. We're good to go.
Yeah. No,
he's not my sort of guy either. So don't blame him. Don't blame him. Right.
Matt Damon though.
Yeah.
Serious
now
chops.
we're talking. Now I'm a straight guy, but right.
No, I think he's amazing. I think Matt Damon's amazing.
Yeah.
Great cast, great film. Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. Right. The next one I actually put in because it is a good film, but my 5 favourite actors of all time, which is weird because I don't think Tom Hanks is here, and Tom Hanks is in my top 5, but Denzel is in my number 1.
Yep, number
actors
1
of all time.
Brilliant.
And
Russell Crowe's got to be number 2, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, Russ is up there as well as Tom Hanks. Tom Cruise is a very special player as well, but Denzel,
he's good.
Like he could just,
and that one
he could read the phone book.
Yeah.
And you'd turn up, wouldn't you?
I would. I actually would.
He sensational, and in this, he's just the master of his domain.
You seen this one?
Oh, this guy. Haven't seen American Gangster. I was just talking about this.
No way.
So I was just talking about this with my father.
He's never played it as nasty. That's his that character is.
Yeah, he plays a bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy.
But you're on his side.
Kind of a nice guy, bad guy, almost in some ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's great. Yeah,
it's a long film, but it's a great film.
It's a real good film.
I've only heard awesome things about it.
You've got to see that one. Though. It's a great film.
It is unreal.
Ridley Scott, isn't it?
Yeah, it's based on a true story.
Yeah.
It is based on a true story.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
About the cop.
There is a Scott Brothers story that we can't tell because we've got cameras rolling. But the something about a hamburger. But if you know the story,
I don't actually. So
anyone that's watching this that knows the hamburger story will be laughing right now, and no one else will be. Just Google Scott Brothers hamburger. That's all you need to know. We could have got away with it in the 80s when the line was said, but you wouldn't get away with it now. But yeah, this is a must watch.
Yeah, and like I say, just only in the last couple of months I've had multiple people mention this to me again.
Keep talking about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch that. It's
that's phenomenal.
I might have to take that one home with me. Thank you.
Notice how earlier on I was just dropping them, but now Pete kind of because he owns them.
Oh, true. No.
You know how hard it is to get DVDs now.
That's right. Some people frisbee them back out the door, all sorts. It's all good.
I've got a massive DVD collection at home too.
Really?
I love DVDs. DVDs are one of the greatest inventions of all time.
They are, right?
Because the quality jump was huge, and now it's so weird because everything's on demand, but you can't get what you want.
Yeah.
Isn't it freaking? We're going backwards.
Yeah.
And you've got to be signed up to every blooming
like 40 different platforms at $100 each a month.
Or they have the film I want, but I have to pay more to rent the fucking thing. That's very nuts.
It's a donkey punch, isn't it?
How long? Yes, it is a donkey punch. How long have you been coming to Alice for? Are you an Alice user, or are you?
I'm gonna say Hereford Street.
That's quite a long time.
Nice.
Hereford Street, when it was quite niche back then, and I ended up renting films possibly shouldn't have rented. Got a few surprises because I was a weird kid because I'd started work at 15.
Yeah.
And did my hairdressing apprenticeship. I was working in town. I was on Hereford Street, we're at Studio 161, which became a place called Reuben Blades and things. And so I was working with all these high-end hairdressers and stuff. I was just the shitty little apprentice, but they were all artsy people, and so they and I worked with this guy who I got a lot of education about the gay community, because Kim was A, is a hermaphrodite, and B, he was gay. And if I had any questions about the gay community, he'd tell me everything I know. You got to remember, I left school, so I was born in 71. It was illegal to be gay in New Zealand until 86, like illegal. So, and I'd left. That's when I left school, and I remember going on a march in town one time, and it was late night Friday. Remember, Friday night was cool, and everyone went to town, and
totally.
We'd be walking around all the music stores and stuff, and I ran into these girls from school, and ran into Rita, who was a year older, so she was way cooler, and she goes, and I said, "Oh, what are you doing?" She goes, "Oh, we're going on a march." And I said, "Oh," and she goes, "Do you want to come?" And I go, "Yeah." And I said, "What are we marching on?" She gave me a badge, and it said hugs. And I put the badge on, we're walking down the street, we get about 2 blocks.
You get some hugs.
And I'm like, "Oh, what's hugs?" And she goes, "It's heterosexuals unafraid of gays." And I'm like, "Oh, cool." And that we get like another couple of blocks down, and I turn to Rita and I go, "What's a heterosexual?" I just didn't know.
Yeah, no, I would have been the same.
Yeah, it was like, I was like about 15, 16, and that's my education. So Alison Videoland also was probably the place for the rainbow community as well. So you were meeting drag queens there, you were meeting like all sorts of people going in and out of there, and all the kind of hairdressers and fashion designers and all that kind of thing. It was this place they kind of hung around and got stuff from. So the staff there recommended stuff. Yeah, and they recommended me this film once, and you guys are going to know it. And of course it impressed all my friends, The Toxic Avenger.
Oh, yeah.
wow.
No one else knew it. And I walked in there, and these guys go, The Toxic Avenger, get this out.
Yeah.
So that was the sort of stuff they were sending this 16-year-old boy home with to watch.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was cool. It was, because it wasn't at the other commercial place.
Yeah.
And so it was, so that's how far
See, they're remaking it with the short guy, Peter from the...
Dinklage.
Dinklage, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I like how you say short guy.
Short
He's a dwarf, eh?
Yeah, I should have said dwarf. I didn't want
to. Call me dwarf one more time. That's a great scene, eh?
He's an angry elf.
Yeah, Jimmy uses that all the time. Eh? Whenever he meets someone that's real angry, he goes, "He's an angry elf."
I do remember the same thing coming to Alice for the first time as a kid, and I was at the time obsessed with Peter Jackson films, and you couldn't find any of his earlier works anywhere, or very hard to find. But yeah, there's come in here this New Zealand film section, and no other video stores had New Zealand film sections.
Right.
And so to find, and I still, you guys, even at the old store, it still had the New Zealand film
to...
section.
Yeah, what is it?
And for me to sort of see that was very, I just thought it was cool, because for me as a kid,
his choice when he did this was heaps of New Zealand films.
Yeah, well, I just, like, for me, I always wanted to work in film, but it always felt so far away. But then something like Lord of the Rings comes along, or even I watch, again, Peter Jackson, Heavenly Creatures, but like Goodbye Pork Pie, even. And,
I cast for Heavenly Creatures.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Yeah. A role my wife's really proud I didn't get.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was the border.
Oh, right.
The border.
Yeah.
And that's played by comedian, what's his name? Jesse Griffin.
Oh, right.
What's the guy who does Wilson Dixon? Is it Jesse Griffin?
Really?
No. It's Pete's mate who does all the stuff. Oh, I've forgotten his name.
Jed Brophy.
Yes, Jed Brophy.
Jed, sorry. Yeah. So there's a couple.
He went for Jed's part.
Yeah. So Jed's the one who had all the lines and dialogue, but there's another boarder who lives in the house, and that's Jesse.
The boarder that has the love scene with Melanie Lynch.
Yeah, so that one's Jed Brophy. Yeah.
That's the one I cast for.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that your audition tape?
That's me. My wife's really keen. I'm really happy I didn't get that part out.
Oh man. Yeah. Hey, to be fair, Jed's very good in that role. It's a very memorable role. But yeah, so there's another boarder who lives at the house, and that's New Zealand comedian Jesse Griffin. Yeah.
Flip.
Yeah.
Flip.
But getting the Jed role.
That's his number one, I think. This is your number
Heavenly
one.
Creatures, my number one film.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. It was a really, really good film.
It's amazing. I love it. But for me, that was a film where I watched it on TV and I was like, holy shit, this is made in Christchurch. So as a kid watching that, it all of a sudden made film work seem achievable.
Always made me think this is Peter's second favourite place in New Zealand. because he did Frighten Us Here as well.
True. He
So
did, yep,
it was like, and then when they did Lord of the Rings, there's a whole lot of scenes done
Yep.
around Christchurch, well, near here.
Yeah.
So I was always thinking if it wasn't Wellington, it
He'd
would
be
have been here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no, super.
He
proud
never
of
works in
that
Auckland.
stuff.
You're right.
No, he doesn't ever work.
He doesn't go in
Auckland.
Auckland.
No, he
Yeah,
comes
he's
head south, eh?
Yeah.
So which is good. Right now, this is the
This
greatest
is
comedy
number
of all
one,
time.
isn't it? Yeah.
This is
There you go.
until then it was The Castle. The Castle was always the greatest comedy ever made.
Yeah.
But if anyone ever made the perfect comedy, where if you can think, is there any scene in the entire film I would change? And there is not.
Wow.
And that is
Here
The
we go.
Hangover.
What a great review.
Yeah.
This is such a good review, though. It's so true.
Well, isn't it true? And I was so when this came out, I was in LA. I was at a writing course with a guy called I think it's Dove Simmons, and the Dove course, which is the one that quite a lot of people did, and it's quite a famous short course.
Yeah.
It's like they do these weekend block writing things, and the first thing he says is don't make shorts. And then the second thing he says is, don't make shorts. He says, no one watches them. You're just wasting your money. Just expand it out and make it longer and call it a feature.
Okay,
just get to 80 minutes.
Yeah.
And then call it a feature because you can actually sell it and make some money.
Nice.
So it was, Quentin Tarantino did it. So that's the famous course. And so I read it in a magazine. I thought, I'm going to go do that one.
Good on you.
And because he didn't go to film school, he did that and read a lot.
Yeah.
And actually went to a Quentin Tarantino book launch in LA maybe 3 years ago.
Brilliant.
No way.
Yeah.
Was that for his cinema speculation book?
Yeah.
No
And
way.
he's on stage. He's telling us it's the dearest drink I've ever bought in my life.
Who
So I
cares?
always remember
Who
it for
cares?
that
It's
night.
Tarantino, man.
Yeah. I went so I got the book and Tarantino tells stories and the stories are fantastic. You know, it's Tarantino telling stories and why he's got such a connection to the black community and black humor and stuff. It's like his mum's boyfriend is this guy that he lived with.
It comes out in the book, Because I've got that book and I
Yeah.
haven't finished reading it.
And that guy, just the stories are unreal. And the way this guy talks, and that's why he puts that in his films because he grew up with it. And
He talks. Sometimes I've seen him in interviews, and he talks quite. He sort of has that Afro-American sort of inflection on his accent and
because
stuff.
that was his mentor growing up. Was this guy that taught him everything you really shouldn't learn as a young man.
Yeah,
he said, and it was hilarious, the stories. But the worst one was that I got a Bacardi and Coke at this theatre that I was at, and so I bought one cup Bacardi and Coke, and it was a double, and it was just in a plastic cup. And then and I thought, there's a line of people, they can't be that dear, and I'm tight. And so I go up to the bar and and she goes, oh yeah, that's $26 US for just a normal double of Bacardi and Coke. And in America, Bacardi's like $10 a litre at the supermarket or Walmart. And so I'm like thinking, oh, okay. And then she spins the terminal round for me to tap and go. And then you got to choose your tip option on top of. And I thought, given that I've had no interaction with it, I'll go for the lowest tip. But it made it like $33 for the Bacardi and Coke.
66, so something like 66.
You're paying around $60.
It was in the 50s because the exchange rate was not quite double. But flip, $50
Jesus.
for one drink.
But you got to meet Tarantino.
Yeah, but
so
Tarantino was.
But then you paid for the flight. Did you go there just for that? Or?
No. I was going over. My mate Pete that I built the park with. He said, Tarantino's doing a book launch.
Oh,
said,
dude, that's so
I'll get
cool
tickets.
that you went along to that.
Yeah, it was really good.
Epic.
It was really worthwhile. But anyway,
so you went and saw this that same weekend?
No, different weekend. I was in LA for the Dove Simmons course, and this had come out. So this was launch weekend in America, and we're on the Saturday. And Dove says,
"Oh, would have been huge."
And he goes, if there's a film trailer coming out that's got Mike Tyson and a tiger and a guy with no teeth, I'm going to that. And I'm like, that makes sense. That's such a great trailer. And then I saw it like a week or so later, but it just blew my mind, start to finish. And of course that made the world fall in love with Bradley Cooper and things like that. So this is his biggest pick at this point, and he just went stratospheric.
Yeah,
and Zach Galifianakis.
Oh yeah.
It was huge.
Well, Zach just is genius at that type of character.
Yeah.
And it was just blew my mind. Like every single scene.
Everything worked. Yep.
Oh, it's just so much, and it's
the
so
soundtrack
complex.
too, man. The soundtrack is amazing, eh? Like it's such a fun film. It really is.
Yeah.
I get an adrenaline boost at the end of that film. Like it makes you just want to go out and have fun with friends, right? Like it's just such a fun film.
Favourite scene?
Favorite scene? I like the end. I like the end film when they find the camera and they go through all the photos and the credits roll. I mean, it's the end of the film, but it
caps it off.
It just caps it off, man. Like
I love seeing
so
other
good.
people in pain. I think other people in pain is just a gift. And in your face when he shoots him in the face with the taser. And gets to pull the trigger and shoot him in the face and get arrested.
I don't think I've seen
out.
it, so I need to watch this.
You haven't seen it?
I feel like
this
that.
is
and the
over.
cop-
I'm
cop-
leaving.
Well, that TV up there works. We should just chuck it on and
Chuck it on now. We'll just film us watching
I
it.
feel
live
like I
commentary.
had, but I must have seen it in parts. I must
The
have,
director's
He
cut.
gets-
That was the best thing about DVDs coming out.
Yeah.
They had director's
You could-
commentaries. Do you
yeah,
remember
yeah.
going through those?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
You'd buy a DVD
Oh.
and you'd go through every single one of the extra features.
Telegallo Nights. Have you seen the commentary of that one?
No,
That'd be
I haven't.
great.
That would be
Fucking
ridiculous.
hilarious. That is more funny than the film.
Before I
and the film.
came here tonight, I just finished Fellowship of the Ring commentary.
No
I was
way.
literally sitting at home watching Fellowship with commentary. Yeah.
I went through all those back in the day.
Oh, so good.
The
There's like
extended
there's
mix.
like 5 of them for each film. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god! And they're talking about the prancing pony and all that. I remember
Yeah.
those scenes.
Yeah.
Then that's a commentary I remember really, really well.
Oh, it's so good, man. I have seen it before, but it's just that nostalgia thing again.
It's
for me.
like film school, is it? Not that I've
Yep.
been.
But that was my film school.
Isn't
That
it?
was my film school. I didn't do film school. I watched a bunch
Got
of
some DVDs.
I watched a bunch of making ofs, rented a shitload of movies, and then
Yep.
met this guy. And that's kind of it.
And then you left
the
the costume behind. You got fire. That never
And
gets
it's been
old.
downhill since.
Shit, that was good.
So many favourite scenes in this film, man. But yeah, the end of the film is so good. But yeah, I mean, yeah, the scene with the cops in the face.
Yeah.
It's,
Gold, eh?
yeah, it is. It's so good. What else? I mean, anything with Mike Tyson and yeah, no, and Ken Jeong. Ken Jeong is so funny in that film. Toodaloo, motherfucker. Like, yeah, there's so many. You gotta see.
No,
this.
I've actually have seen it, but I must have been in parts because I'm missing some of these things you're talking about.
Well,
So I must have seen
we'll
it,
add
yeah.
it to this. We're gonna watch that in Hot Fuzz.
Yep, done.
So again,
Double sesh.
I'll
next
ask
week or two.
Ian the sequels. What are your thoughts on the?
2 was only okay because you were back. You had the characters.
Exact
so
same
we didn't want-
format.
Yeah, but
Formula.
3 pulled it back. 2 was so you went here with number 1, and then 2 was here, and then 3 got back. Not as good as 1, but it was as close as you could get.
Yeah, and still quite fresh, eh?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's they got the mojo back, and so
totally.
no, 3 was great.
I was a huge fan of Todd Phillips before he did this. So I was
Right.
like, I remember when this came out, and I was quite amped to see it because I loved Old School and I loved Starsky and Hutch, and I already knew Todd Phillips,
And it's
Todd
better than
Phillips was.
Superbad, obviously. Superbad is good.
Yeah, Superbad's great.
Superbad is
It's
amazing.
better, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it.
It's different.
It's different.
It is different.
Yeah,
I feel like it's.
you can watch that in the company of like your in-laws and stuff.
Right, right.
Superbad, you might struggle.
Yeah, that's actually.
You might have to quickly leave the room at a couple of times and stuff like that. Whereas that there, you're pretty safe.
It's actually quite a good way to put it. Yeah, very good. Very good. It is definitely a safer film. No, awesome pick, man. That's
Yeah, that's just so many memories of the Hangover.
Yeah.
Right, next up, I've gone a family.
Yeah.
And that is so these are not in any order, but as a kid I loved Paddington Bear.
Yeah.
I had marmalade on toast very often.
Oh,
I'm a
Really?
marmalade guy. I'm a marmalade guy.
Oh, that's nice.
And then when Paddington come out at the movies, I thought, oh great, they're going to do Paddington. The way they did it and the style, that just so many aspects of how they put the. I know there's a bit of that whole thing they did in Something About Mary and stuff where you got the people singing and then people go past with. There's a little bit of that, but just whoever the art department was on Paddington just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah,
It's
I
beautiful.
haven't seen this film, but I've heard.
It's great.
I've heard that. I've heard it's
So
amazing.
stylistic,
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
unreal. I mean, the first is the best, but number 2 is
Pretty good too, apparently.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
as close as you get. 3, it feels like they've tuned another one out,
Right.
but
That
it's
was
still
the
really good.
latest one,
Yeah.
right? Where he's overseas.
Goes
That's it,
goes back to deepest,
Peru.
deepest, darkest Peru. Yeah,
The first one's great, man.
unreal.
Such a
eh?
fun film. Really
Unreal.
funny, eh?
I thought growing up my whole life that marmalade was made in a factory. It's not. It's made in deepest, darkest Peru by bears.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Just, who would have thought?
No, I
Just
wouldn't.
churn it out.
I had no idea. Honestly.
So Paddington, and then when I went to managed to get to London last year, and they had the Paddington experience, so I took my
cool.
9-year-old along, and we went through it down by where they got the London Eye and things like that. There's all that touristy shit. They had a walk through Paddington experience.
That's so cool. What a special thing.
It was really cool.
Have you've watched the film with your kids? Obviously. That's,
they love
nice.
it. So we go big screen for that. We go to the movies and
Good on you.
sit back and.
How old are your
watch
kids?
It. Oldest is 20, youngest is 9.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
So
Good,
there's
good.
one in between.
Yeah.
Cool.
17. So.
Yeah, that was like a surprise hit when it came out. I remember
was,
there was a little bit of a buzz, and then it just
Yeah.
went nuts.
Yeah.
People there was talk about it.
I think it's way
huge.
better. Well, for me, and I think for most people, it's probably way better than people thought it was going to be.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah. There was
the comedy's fantastic. Just the styling, just so many aspects of it.
Yeah.
It's just.
It works. Yeah.
it all did work. I think you're absolutely right though.
Yeah.
Like you said, from the design point down, like everything, the casting, it was the perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
blend
if you're going to be
of everything,
brutally
eh?
honest, it's probably worth a film like this is worth having kids for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you'd never considered having kids, have kids just so you can take them to Paddington.
Just so you
I
can
know
watch
there's other
Paddington.
costs in that involved, but it's a payoff.
And then invite Grandma and Granddad round and watch The Hangover.
Yes, but don't watch.
Bad.
Yeah, don't watch Superbad with Grandma and Granddad.
New.
Oh, isn't there some great scenes in Superbad? Though?
Have you seen Meet the Feebles?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that was another pick from Alice. Alice
oh really?
set me up with Bad Taste, Meet the Feebles, all of that kind of stuff. So that's where you got your education back in the
I wanted
day.
to watch Feebles, and I there was a copy at Channel X on videotape in Sydney. They might not have even been Channel X at the time, but anyway. And my parents, they were onto the rating system. They knew, I'd come up with films or games, and no, we're not getting that. My nan, on the other hand, she didn't give a shit. And so sometimes I'd go and stay at her house, and we'd go and get McDonald's. And quite often when we'd get McDonald's, we'd go to, it was United Video, which is now Real Groovy, Penny Lane.
Right,
Penny
yeah.
Lane. It's Penny Lane now. That used to be a video
Oh,
store.
yeah, down Sydney.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, they had Meet the Feebles. So went down there with my nan, we got some McDonald's, went to the video shop, and I was like, Nan, can I get this? And she's like, oh, fun puppet movie, yeah, sure. So we get Meet the Feebles. I'd never seen it, really wanted to see it. So we went back to Nan's place, and she's like, oh, what do you, I was like, oh, you want the TV, Nan? And she's like, oh no, we'll just watch a film together. Watch that one you got. Oh, okay, sure. I had no idea what I was in for. I knew it was an R-rated film. Pop it in, and within seconds, I'm watching, this hippo having sex with this cat, and it's just, I'm just about to pop my cookies, and I'm sitting there, just a little kid watching it with Nan awkwardly. Nan thought it was hilarious. I loved the film, but yeah, it was a very awkward film experience. So I'd add that to the list. So
I've got to watch with the
Superbad, Meet the Feebles,
Yeah.
in no particular order, but don't watch that with the oldies.
No. That's
Nan loved it
one
though.
of them.
Nan
Did
loved
she?
it. She bloody loved it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
She
So,
did.
yeah,
so.
she's open-minded, Nana.
But now I have this. Now that I'm a bit older and a bit more mature and stuff, I have this cool memory of the first time I watched that film was with my nan. So it was quite a sweet experience. But yeah, put Bad Boy Bubby on the list too, because
I got set up for that one.
I got set up for that one too.
Did you too? It
One of
must
my
have been a
dad's
gag game.
friends. One of my
Yeah.
dad's friends. Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love it.
Did he make you watch it with your friends?
No, I watched it
your own?
alone.
Oh,
Yeah, it was, man. Yeah. The cat walks in the room, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you go.
Bad cat.
Oh God! All right, we've
Can't use the T word, but flow.
Flow. Fabulous. He told me it was a cult Aussie classic, and you love Chopper, you'll love this.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I
think I rented it from here.
Yeah, that's right. We got it from here, and I was my
same copy.
old boss said to me, Mick from Strands. He goes, "Oh, do you want to see a really good film?" And I'm like, I go, "Yeah." And I was going around that weekend with a friend of mine who's a comedian. Who reminds me of the guy out of Man on the Moon, and we were hanging out with these girls and stuff that were hairdressers and stuff, and they said, "Oh, you guys pick a film to come round," and Ant didn't know, so I just said, "Oh, my boss had recommended Bad Boy Bubby," and there's like 6 people in this room, and we're just all sitting around, and I didn't know the hairdresser lot that well,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
not that well at all, and I'm there with my mate Ant, who probably thought I was a bit weird anyway, and then this movie goes on, and everyone's like, "It's Bad Boy Bubby."
Yeah, you don't see any of those people again, do you?
No,
Go.
weirdly they've all moved.
Yeah. Oh, that is hilarious. All right.
So the great setup. Right, we're down to the last one, and there
Yeah.
could have been so many others. And as I was going around out there, I was seeing so many. A Man on the Moon, I think that we mentioned before, is up there as well.
It's a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And of course, Jim Carrey didn't just method act; he became.
Oh, dude.
Have you seen the doco?
Yeah.
Unreal,
It's
eh?
brilliant.
Yeah.
I even went back and got right into watching Taxi because of that film. I've got Taxi on DVD in the collection. Yeah, man. Kaufman, genius.
Yeah, after that film come out, for about 10 years after that, at the end of all our gigs with our band, so I've got a covers band and things as well, so the pub would be closing or whatever, or the gig you're at, and I'd say, for everyone that's been drink driving tonight, this one's for you, and it would finish playing, and I'd just put in the theme to Taxi from that thing, and that'd be it. We'd just be picking up the gear and the Taxi theme's playing, eh?
Awesome. Oh, that's great.
It was my little tilt to that movie.
That is so cool.
Still pull that out now and then. But
What's your favourite scene from Man on the Moon?
the intercontinental intergender world champion of wrestling, and he's just baiting all those women because the feminist movement was taking off, and those women were getting so angry, and they come running into the ring and just try and wrestle him, and it's a dude wrestling chicks, and he can't.
Such a genius move.
So genious. And then of course the guy, the real wrestler,
Jerry Lawler, the
king, was become his nemesis, and there was this great feud, and then you find out in the film that it was a setup, which is so magic.
It's
just
good,
meta,
man. I remember watching that, and it cuts to that scene of them sitting next to each other after all the drama, and you're like, oh, they're close. Then you think, oh, they must be talking to a lawyer or some law person, and it's like their manager, and he's like, oh, you guys have got to stop working together, and the penny drops, and you're like,
oh my god,
the film just keeps doing it though. It keeps setting it up, and then of course, they, without spoiling spoiling everything, but they drop the cancer bomb, and then you're like,
no,
where is this? Like, dude, it's such a roller coaster of a film, and I'm so pleased we did talk about it.
Yeah, it is. It's unreal. And then of course, have you heard Dave Chappelle talk about it?
No.
Oh, okay. So Dave met Jim Carrey, who he always thought was a bit of a hero, met him during that filming.
Oh, no
and of course
way.
he said, I didn't get to meet Jim Carrey. I met Andy Kaufman. Because Jim became Andy, and he did it on set. He would only answer to Andy.
That's crazy.
For the whole filming, and he did it for months. He did it for like literal months beyond the filming. He wouldn't answer to Jim. He would only be Andy. So Dave Chappelle goes in and meets Jim Carrey, and had to be introduced as Andy, and him telling the stories hilarious, because Dave's one of the greatest.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, he is unreal. Eh? He is up there.
There's one scene that sticks in my mind with from Jim Carrey, and he's talking about Milos Forman, the director of the film, and he said he was a bit down one day, and he was talking to Jim about the Andy Kaufman portrayal, and he says, "Oh look, if you want me to drop it, I can do a really good impression." And he said Milos had tears in his eyes, and he said, "I just want to talk to Jim." And it's like he just missed him, and but obviously knew that what he was getting was just fucking gold. It's such a good film.
Yeah, it is. It's underrated, eh?
It is incredibly underrated. It was one of those ones where when I watched it...
Fuck, it should be in our top 500, shouldn't it?
Yeah, I actually went... Where did I go see it? I said the old academy that was in the Arts Centre.
Yes,
so I saw it there. That's where I saw it, because it wasn't even playing at the mainstream cinemas.
No, it wouldn't have been.
So,
which is just beautiful cinema. That was a beautiful
because
cinema.
it's like...
Yeah, it's a
masterpiece in comedy.
So like Good Will Hunting, Man on the Moon was one I'd heard a little bit of buzz about because some of my friends had watched it, and they were raving about it.
The same.
Yeah, totally. And I watched it, and it blew my mind, and it's just one of those ones that immediately just fell into like my favourites category, and so good. Yeah, Shawshank's another great
It's just like that, where people keep talking about it, and you go, oh god, I suppose I'll go watch it, and then you're like,
Yeah,
Can't believe it. You know, you want to stay up all night and start writing yourself or trying to do something.
It is.
I don't go to prison. I just want to just do something.
It's inspiring though, right? And
Isn't
you'll know what that's like, because I mean you've done writing and creating and directing and stuff. So it's the same thing. Sometimes you watch something and you come out of it inspired and,
Oh,
and
so
it's
inspired.
just totally yeah.
Yeah.
Your
Right.
shows are comedy, right? Your ones where you do the
Yeah. Everything I do is
So,
comedy.
and how many you must have written? But you must have written. How many scripts have you written for that?
Well, the live show. Well, we redo it every year, but
Is it a different story each time?
Yeah. So this year we're at 1920s. It's a Gatsby theme. So I'm playing a foreign guy from Estonia who's European, as you do, and then and next year's going to be a Western theme.
Great,
We're gonna punk the audience because the theatre stuff's going really well, and so and at our theatre shows, people are coming dressed up.
Yeah.
So you're doing an interactive show in big theatres, and people are coming dressed in Gatsby. So
Brilliant.
they're getting into it.
That's so cool.
Next year will be Western, so they'll come dressed in Western, and then we're going to punk them because then they'll see the stage, and it will be set at the World Hobby Horse Championships. That's why they're in Western.
That's awesome.
It's going to go pretty sick from there.
Oh, dude, brilliant! I love it. I love
Because
it.
hobby horsing's just, I mean, that's just out there, eh?
Yeah.
That's another universe.
It's
So the amount
funny.
of fun you can have with that. Actually, we filmed some gags years ago. I did a horse racing show where we had to make some skits for. And making skits for horse racing's not the easiest. So we come up with this character called Huggy the Horse. And it was a mate of mine who was manic depressive and was real quiet. And we dressed him up in a horse suit. And he would go, oh, this is, we'd do, my character Bajal would interview people and talk about horse racing. So just get tourists and things like that. You just talk to people, because you can make people say anything. If there's a big camera there and a mic, they want to talk to you. And then you do, and my character had a broken nose and a cowboy suit and stuff, and it just looked weird. And so he talked like that because he had plaster all over his nose. And then I'd go, we've got our mascot from the show with us, Huggy the Horse. Would you like to have a hug? And Huggy would walk over, and Mike's a big dude, and he'd stand there and he'd walk over to them and go to hug them, and when he put his arms up,
the full stallion.
would pop up, and the ladies from Sisters 3 made it, but every time he raised his arms to do a hug, it pulled these strings and you got 3 foot of horse. It was so immature.
God, that is awesome.
So immature, but hilarious.
Oh,
Just one of those things that just made us cry trying to make it.
Yeah.
It's probably funnier than it actually was.
No,
that is fucking gold.
Yeah, Huggy the Horse. I don't know where that costume is. Iconic Christchurch
Oh my god.
character that never went anywhere.
Yeah, no, that is gold. That is gold.
Yeah.
you need to do a stand-up show like comedy sketch thing, man.
I do like skits and stuff. It's that kind of stuff's fun. But the murder mystery is comedy. It's just the whole
It's hilarious.
thing's a comedy
It's
show.
it's fun.
Yeah,
It's fun. It's
No,
really-
I'm going to get along to one now.
Well, we should go and do it. Yeah, we
Yep,
should go on.
done.
I'd be keen.
Done.
And the food is awesome too. Yeah,
Oh,
whatever
good too,
whatever
yeah.
catering
It's
company
just-
you guys
just
use,
average,
it's great.
Just
It's great.
well,
It's
because
awesome.
it's just Kiwi fare. You
Yeah.
know, it's like it's roast meats and hot veggies and salads and stuff. So what you get at most weddings.
Right.
So it works for
Yeah, but most weddings
Most
are
people.
pretty good.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
the thing. It can be hard to find
Yeah.
a good meal, especially at a dinner theatre. But you guys have got it all. The full package.
It is actually very hard to do. So the catering team have to bring it in and make it work every single week. Every time we do a show, that's got to work.
Yeah, and it does. It's
yeah,
great, man.
yeah.
It's great. Yeah, no, we'll give it a go
Done.
because it's an awesome thing you've got going. What have you got for us?
After all of that, people will be thinking, "Oh wow, what's this masterpiece he's going to pull out?" Well, it's something probably most people have never heard of, but it is a masterpiece.
Including
you
me.
can tell by all the fronts. It's a movie called
Word
Word
Wars.
Wars.
Yeah,
and
far
it's
out.
about the world of Scrabble.
Wow.
Amazing.
It's a
Yeah, have you
documentary.
guys played Scrabble before?
I have, but I've never seen that film.
What are
Years
your
ago.
what are your 5-point tiles?
Oh,
Well-
Jesus.
I'm fucking shit at it. I can't spell for shit, so...
So my money's on K and G. I'm pretty sure that, or maybe J.
Yeah.
They're your 5s.
Are you 5s?
Yeah. So this follows 4 people that go to the World Championships of Scrabble. Scrabble's highly competitive.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
play competition. This follows 4 completely different people. and one's working. He's super smart, but he's working as a night shift security guard, so he can stay up all night just at a gate post doing nothing. You know, like a film set gig.
Yeah.
Where you just sit in the middle
Security
of
guard
just,
or something.
Yeah, a security guard, just doing nothing. And like I guarded a helicopter once as a security guard at the Formula One motorcycle Grand Prix. I want to stand by a helicopter all night just so no one tampers with it. But you're already in the grounds. No one can get in there. But they just, you stand there. And just stood there for a whole, so I could see, and I did it for one night. There's people
constantly, so they can
do it all year, so he can go to the Scrabble champs, and he's just learning 5-letter words, 4-letter words, so they're learning 23,000 words in that thing, and they just learn them all. And but the different people, and then there's this black dude in it who's just genius, but he's real laid back and smokes heaps of pot, and just the characters are all so different.
Cool.
And it
I'm going to get it out for Anna will like that if she hasn't seen it, because she's a real good.
It's in America. Yeah.
They're all American. Yeah.
Who they're good subject matter for docos.
Totally. Yeah, of course.
They like talking to the camera and shit like that. But Word War's just, and so it was back in a phase when I used to buy Empire magazine like religiously. Every week would come out, or Total Film. But Empire used to, at best once a month, it'd be a 5-star film. Yeah. And that was a 5-star 1 month. And
really?
I thought, I got to get that.
Yeah.
And so I actually own it at home as well myself. It was that good that I bought the DVD. So the doco films.
And we've got it. Sweet. That's good to know.
It looks great. I'm keen to watch that.
You get it first, I'll get it second.
This is second. This, and there's one called American Movie. Is a doco film about a filmmaker who couldn't finish his film.
That's what Steph was just talking about, that, wasn't she?
Yeah. It's hilarious. That just Mark Borchardt, this guy, just lives in the Wops and just can't. He's going on about wants to make the big American film.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, the blockbuster, but he can't finish his short film, which has been on for 5 years. It's just gold.
Is it a doco or is it a... Yeah,
it's a doco.
Really?
Yeah, it's Chris Smith, I think's the guy who's gone on to do heaps of stuff now. So, and that's his first film. And then when you see it and you kind of go, oh, this guy's got chops. That was a 5-star as well.
Oh, cool.
In the Empire magazine.
Nice.
So,
awesome.
See, look at that. I fed in. I probably dropped in another 10.
Yeah.
That's good.
You have?
Yeah.
Fucking well done.
There's one that's mentioned on here, Spellbound. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's about the spelling bit. Yeah, I've got that at home and I've been meaning to watch it. It looks great.
Have you not seen it?
No, that was one that I picked it up at a second-hand store, and it just looked brilliant. Yeah, it just looked brilliant. I had to grab it, and it's when I saw this sitting down there, I thought it might have been the same film with a different title, but it's not. But they do mention that one there. This looks awesome. Pete,
I thought it just sounded same bit different, and this sort of thing you only find at Alice's.
I love a good documentary.
Yeah, I do too.
I find with a lot of films, I can put them on, Netflix and that when I'm sort of scrolling trying to find something, and a lot of them I'll get bored and I'll turn them off. Whatever. But documentaries, I don't know what it is, but most of the time I have a pretty good strike rate where I'll put one on and I can just fall straight into it. Yeah.
And he finishes with a great plug for Alice. That's great.
Yeah, well, that's where you get it, isn't it? So, I actually got this theory that the DVD library is going to make a comeback.
I'm hoping you're right.
Yeah. No, seriously, because the platform system is not working for people.
Yeah, I've heard
that. It's, like you sign up, you're on multiple platforms. We've all got this huge bill coming in every single month, and we're paying all this money, and then you go, oh, I want to see Munich. And then you're going through 3 different platforms to find one of Spielberg's greatest films of all time, or E.T. or something. You go, I can't get it. Yeah. So, whereas a video library, you just go down and grab it.
What the problem is, a lot of people are getting rid of their DVD players, which we're finding.
Losers.
I know, exactly.
Why would you do that?
I don't get it either.
Listen, I've got about 4 or 5 of them in the cupboard.
Can you still buy them?
Yeah, get them. We've got a few you can rent. Yeah. And I'll probably start buying a few more so we can just rent them out. Yeah.
Why don't you just get them off like Temu or something and start selling them here?
Yeah, could. Yeah, you can still get them in the
Because I remember they had a program here. It was before your time, Pete, but and it was when I went through a phase where I went through tons of films from Alice. Where that was like a club thing, and you were paying I think you paid a monthly price, and you could get your film every. So it was like a subscription you have for a platform.
we do have one. It might be the same sort of thing. It's $25 a month. I might be close to 30 now, but you can get 3 films at a time. But you can
unlimited.
Yeah, unlimited.
And you can just keep. So if you're just a nut, or you're just accident. Oh, I broke my arm, boss. and that you've got to get a cast, but then you just go nuts on your films, and just really bank them up.
Well, me and Kim, because you talked about Kim,
Yep.
right? It's like we used to live just down there in Litchfield Street in a warehouse, and he used to cut his leather. You know, he did his patchwork leather.
Yeah.
We used to do that all night long, and we'd come down to Alice, get 10 DVDs, watch those all night long, and cut leather. And every second day we were going to top up.
That is living
was
the
fucking
dream,
pretty
isn't it? Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, brilliant. Right.
Thank you very much, sir.
No,
That was brilliant.
thank you.
Thanks,
That's
Aaron.
Hey, thank you for listening, and please consider becoming a member of our nationwide mail-out service at alisonvideoland.co.nz/become-a-member. We need your support to keep this video shop alive. Thank you.